when talking about telling your story, especially whether it's a corporate context or in a personal context, what you don't want to do is simply highlight the factual details of any story that you want to tell. If you thought of your greatest story like Lord of the Rings, if it was just bullet points, they did this, they did that, they went here, they went that, it becomes very boring. And I'm going to give you an example of what you don't want to do when you tell your story. So this is a story of a company and how they grew in size and impact and how many things that they did. And you can see how they lay out one of the plot points for the era of the time. You can see that consumer lead programs hits 1 million leads. Consumers continue to turning to GoRV.com. This is constantly repeated, as if they want you to go there, for information requests. And year after years of collecting and distributing leads to our members, we surpassed the 1 million lead mark. It's all about, look, we're successful. Every one of these points along the line is, hey, we've grown. Hey, we're bigger. Hey, we're more successful. But you're telling no story, no compelling narrative of why, the human story of why your growth matters. No impact on humankind, just that you've grown. Well, you say, well, there's lots of customer stories. I mean, look at the pictures of the smiling faces, and, we feature, happy customers, and we feature sometimes even people who get to do whatever they wanted to do with their lives. That should be the story. Take one of those that are an amazing story of how someone used your product and how it impacted the lives of themselves and others, but not just got to live your big life now. Right? The human story of how it's helped them grow, and they've cried in it, they've laughed in it, they've mourned someone in it, they built something in it, they designed something, they got an idea in it, and they went somewhere that inspired them or that healed them. That's the story that you should tell, not these kinds of limited ideas of what success actually is, numbers rather than human impact. So that's what a tip that I would have is anytime you tell your story, start with the story of the human and how they live through life. And that's the plot point that you put on the board.